do we need handholds to live the human experience?
Well, that's a great question because I'm sure there's a lot of people listening who are like, well, that's great, Rainn, but some of them might have called me Wayne. Some of them might have said, that's great, Wayne. And then they went, oh, wait a second, his name's Rainn,
It's
not Wayne.
rain.
So some of your listeners might have done that, but many of them might have kind of said, well, that's great for you, Rainn, and I'm glad that worked, but you had a weakness and you needed faith, spiritual handholds to prop you up. You needed a God and a higher power because you were weak and you didn't have the fortitude to just do it on your own, right? So there is a big belief around that as people over the last 3 or 4 decades have been leaving organized religion and faith, they have also seen God and faith as a weakness. Like, oh, and I did.
Sure.
I did when I was in my 20s. Like, oh, old ladies need to believe in something higher, a sky daddy they can pray to and be like, please, God, help me out. Give me some spaghetti or whatever. Like, help my cousin Jackie to get a job at the nail salon. Like, you need Big Daddy to protect you because you're not doing it yourself. So there's this kind of tension, right? I don't feel that. I will say that one of the problems I have with a lot of kind of self-help based podcasts and YouTube channels is there is kind of there's a lot of emphasis put on will. And like, you got to will it to happen. You got to make it happen. Like, do your list, wake up at 5 a.m. like Joe Rogan and Mark Wahlberg, and bench 300. And then, Tony Robbins, do your deep breathing and your cold plunge. And then, God, you're like the early bird gets the worm. Then get out and do your. Now, listen, there's nothing wrong. In fact, there's a lot right about getting up early, doing cold plunges, making to-do lists, and motivating yourself. But I feel like that turns a lot of people off because they fail a couple times and then they're like, ugh, I can't do it, And I'm here to say it's okay because will can only get you so far. And there's something that one can access and harness that's deeper than will. And that is purpose, vision, belonging, meaning. That is bigger than yourself. The whole idea of the 12 steps is that you ask for a God of your understanding because it's more powerful than you. And when you're in addiction, you're the most powerful thing in the universe. And then when you surrender it, something else is more powerful than you, whether it's nature or God or whether it's the collective group. So I think that self-will can only get you so far and motivate you so much. And there's these handholds that you're talking about can be incredibly helpful to everyone. The idea of surrender, the idea of asking for help gives one a humility. And out of humility, there's a great deal of strength too. Because self-will can lead to arrogance and entitlement. And then you get knocked down and you don't know what to do. If you have a vision, a mission, your vision, your mission, I don't know you that well, but in our interactions of the years, you support charitable works. You are very active in the city of Seattle. You try and have elevated conversations with people to help inspire them. You take beautiful photographs. You have your team of people. You connect people. Like it's really beautiful. But you have besides your will of like what I'm going to do in my to-do list today, you have a vision and a mission of like, I want to bring people together. I want to tell great stories. I want to put light into the world. I want to take beautiful images. Am I getting it right?
I'm just going to hire you.
Right? I should be your spokesperson.
Yes, exactly.
But I'm not trying to blow smoke up your ass, but I do think it's important to understand that you have, I don't think it comes from a faith necessarily, but you let that vision guide you, not Chase Jarvis's will, inner strength, ego, kind of like willpower to do that you're in service to something greater. So in some ways you can just let go and you can relax and be like, all right, I'm on the Chase Jarvis mission. I'm going to bring light, images, conversation, connectivity, let's go. What's on the docket for today? Let me do that. And you're in service. And that's what I think. And that's when it comes down to. I believe that humans have a innate capacity and a need to be in service to something larger than just themselves and their own egos, because your own ego willpower can only get you so far.